Hey there, in today's video I'm going to be talking about lot sales. So if you're looking for a piece of vacant land, a vacant lot to maybe build a house on here in Cape Coral, I'm going to give you 3 things that you should be aware of, that you should check out, that you should know before you go ahead and make that purchase. So let's get right into it. But first, if you don't know who I am, my name is Dustin Guthrie. I'm a longtime resident of Southwest Florida in Cape Coral, real estate broker here for nearly 20 years. I do multiple videos every single week. Videos like this one, informational videos. I also do listing tours. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I think you'll get a lot out of this. I try to create a lot of value with these videos in the hopes that when you do need a real estate, when you do have a real estate need here in Cape Coral or really anywhere in Southwest Florida, maybe you'll think of me, reach out. My contact information is down there in the description. Shoot me a call, a text, an email, whatever it takes. I'll be happy to help you meet your goals here in Southwest Florida. All right, let's get right into it. Okay, the first thing you should know about vacant lots in Cape Coral is the size required in order to actually build a house on it. It may seem counterintuitive, but a buildable lot in Cape Coral is actually 2 lots. If you take a look at the legal description of an average house in Cape Coral, you'll notice that the property includes 2 lots. You must have 2 of them side by side in order to build a house in Cape Coral. The average double lot like that is roughly 1/4 of an acre, and it's about 80 feet wide and 120 feet deep. The good news is the vast majority of the vacant lots for sale in Cape Coral are sold with 2 lots intact. But every once in a while you'll see a lot for sale that looks super cheap, and then you notice that it's only about 0.12 acres or 1 single lot. If you only have 1 lot like that, you'll never be able to build on it unless you get a variance or something from the city, and I've literally never seen that happen. Sometimes you'll see vacant lots in Cape Coral advertised as triple lots. Now that doesn't mean the lot contains 3 buildable lots, it just means that the lot is basically 1.5 times the size of a normal double lot, or roughly 1/3 of an acre. Make sense? Bottom line, when you're looking at lots for sale in Cape Coral, just make sure that the legal description of the lot you're looking at shows that it contains 2 lots. Otherwise, you might end up with a lot that you really can't do anything with. So we certainly love our local wildlife here in Cape Coral, and there are some important restrictions in place to protect some endangered species that we have here living in Cape Coral. And the main 3 that we're concerned with when we're talking about these lots are the gopher tortoise, the burrowing owl, and of course the bald eagle. So these creatures are so cool, but if they're living on or around a vacant lot that you're trying to build a house on, the restrictions that are in place to protect them could cause you some significant headaches and possibly even cost you some money to remediate it. Luckily, there's an easy way to simply check with the city to see if there's any tortoise nests or owl burrows on the property, or if there's an eagle's nest within a few hundred feet. You can go to the Cape Coral GIS map on the city's website, capecoral.gov, and search for the address of any lot you're thinking of buying. Simply click Run Report by next to where it says Property Restrictions, and if there are any known environmental restrictions currently in place with the city on that lot, it'll show you right there. Of course, if you're working with me as your broker, I'm not only going to be checking with the city to make sure there are no restrictions on the lot you're thinking of purchasing, I'm also going to physically walk the lot to ensure there are no signs of these endangered species there. It's important to note that these restrictions are not title defects, so they oftentimes will not come up in a title search. So if you don't check beforehand, you might not even find out there's a restriction in place until after you finalize the closing and go to pull a permit to build a house. It's just one more reason to work with a competent full-time real estate broker who's been local in the area for a long time. And my contact info is down in the description of this video. So the Cape Coral Utility Expansion Project is a much needed program going on right now in our quickly growing city of Cape Coral. And so you need to be aware of what's going on with it, particularly if you're shopping for a lot maybe in the North Cape where they don't have the utilities there quite yet, the city water and sewer. You need to be aware of what's going on with this program, and you need to be online and check out what your zone is and what the current and future implications and assessments could be for your lot. So when you're looking at lots for sale in Cape Coral, you're going to notice a big price difference between the lots in many areas of the northern parts of Cape Coral versus areas of South Cape Coral, and a lot of that difference is due to the availability of city utilities. Most of the areas in the northwest and northeast sections of Cape Coral do not yet have city water and sewer, and so they're currently on well and septic systems. The city's utility expansion project is slowly moving city water and sewer infrastructure into more areas of the north, and while in many ways that's great news for home and lot owners in these areas, it also means that these properties are going to be hit with an assessment that could be in excess of $30,000. Now that can be paid off all at once, or it can be financed into your tax bill over 30 years, but either way, it's a cost you need to be aware of if you're shopping for a vacant lot in Cape Coral. Now, if the lot you're looking at already has city water and sewer available to it, you can check to see if the assessments have been paid off or not by going to that same GIS map that we used to check for environmental restrictions. Except this time we'll be clicking Run Report next to where it says Estimated Loan Payoff. You can see on this example property that I clicked on, the assessments all have a zero balance, meaning this property owner has already paid them all off. If you're looking at a lot that doesn't yet have city water and sewer, you should go to capecoral.gov/UEP. Not only does that site explain the utility expansion program, but you can also check to see what zone the lot is in and when you can roughly expect to see the utilities and their assessments come into your lot's area. So there you go. Those are just 3 of the main things that I look for when I'm helping folks out, clients here in Cape Coral, buy a vacant piece of land, a vacant lot, either golf access or a dry lot here in Cape Coral. So I hope this helped you out a little bit. If you got any information that maybe you didn't know out of this, maybe reach over and give this video a like if you would. It really helps me out. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I think you'll get a lot out of it. I try to create as much value as I possibly can for you in the hopes that when you do have a real estate need here in Southwest Florida, anywhere, if you're buying or selling a property, commercial, residential, whatever, I hope you'll reach out to me. My contact info, again, is down there in the description. You can call me, text me, email me, whatever it takes. I'm happy to help you meet your goals down here in Southwest Florida. And if you're looking for a lot, give me a call. I'm happy to help you out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video real soon.